This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Johnny Nelson, can I get a wee picture?
Terrible. Nice. You know what? I actually feel sorry for Jack Catchell and Josh Taylor because we're still getting over last weekend with Kell Brook and Amir Hearn. So it's just hard for them because it's hard. You're going to compare. You're going to think, oh God, it's just got that flat feeling. But these guys, this is a good fight. It's a really good fight. And Jack Catchell did the right thing, right there, because he's been quiet all the way through. He's not put the pressure on, not said anything. Now in front of Josh Taylor, in front of his home crowd, he put his hands on him. I'm like, what the hell? Good on him.
To anyone who's watching, sorry for that terrible Scottish accent. I said that because I was waiting for Johnny for about, I kid you not, 20 minutes. All these Scots were getting pictures with you.
Because that's how I roll, man. That's how I roll.
Did you say no one else in this building was getting asked for pictures?
I don't know why. They probably think I'm somebody else.
Yeah, Johnny, you alluded to last week. I want to touch on that. Your reflections on Amir Khan's loss?
Noel Gallagher said to me afterwards, one guy came to win, the other came not to lose. So one went with a hunter's mentality, and the other one went there to try and hold on to something that he obviously didn't have. I thought it was a wicked fight, great result. I think Amir, hopefully after a rest and reflection, won't think to himself, I'm going to invoke my rematch clause. I think both fighters personally should walk away now. I gather there'll be amazing opportunities put on the table for Kell Brook. My advice to him the day after, what I've said publicly was that he should walk away, because in 10 years' time, win or not his next fight, it's not worth the risk. And I understand it's easy for me to say that. They ain't paying me the millions they'll offer him, but I would walk away. I actually I went out with Ricky a couple of nights before the fight, and Ricky Hatton is such a funny guy, man. He's on it, and Ricky was my example because Ricky spoke about the Pacquiao fight. That was years ago, man. But I think it's something that still probably bugs him. That's still something he struggles to get his head around. Can you imagine being Kell Brook after creating something so magical that night in Manchester, then fighting somebody? And I'm not saying he would lose. What I'm saying is, if he did lose, you've got to live with that. You want to be able to sleep at night and rest at night 10 years down the line and think you left the game on a high. That's what I would personally do. I don't think he will, but I think he... right now, let's bask in the success that he achieved.
Did you see Faryal's post to Carl Froch? Thoughts on that?
No. Listen, there's no love lost between Carl and Amir, and that's just a fight game. Faryal, she ain't fought. Faryal can say what she wants. She's never put any gloves on. This is between two fighters, two guys that have done the job. So, and I know she's defending her husband and saying whatever she's saying. This is Amir's business. Amir's got to deal with this. So if I was Carl, I wouldn't respond to that. Just let it go. They're the ones that used to be fighters, that understand the fight game, that understand whatever's been said between them. So it's a wife defending her husband. So that's just don't get involved. That's what my advice to Carl would be. Just don't respond.
Should Kell Brook retire?
Yes, he should. Yes, he should. Amir Khan should retire as well. What makes me smile is the one person that I looked and I smiled was Dominic Ingle. I think the true power behind the throne, the game plan, the gamesmanship before, during and after the fight, how he rattled him in regards to the gloves and the noise he was making. We're not changing the gloves. They knew they were changing the gloves all the time. How he rattled Bo Mack, in the build-up to the fight. He knew if you get to someone there, you're broken him. And it got to the point where Khan's team were arguing about every little thing. And so Dominic played on that. He played on, I'm not going to change the gloves until we get in the ring. knowing Khan's like be thinking, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? No, we're not going to change the gloves. The whole stuff. The fight was always going to go on, but he did a great job of rattling the whole team, and he found calm throughout chaos. Listen to the advice he gave Kel through the fight. Was spot on. It was perfect. The condition Kel came in, everything.
So why not go on against the Eubank then?
Because he got the best out of Kel because of Amir Khan. He got that commitment for the months it took. He got that the best of Kel Brook. And I know there's Eubank. I know there's Ben there. I just personally think that Kel would not be able to give that kind of commitment to anybody bar Amir Khan, and now he's done that, he can sleep easy.
Fair enough. Last one on Khan. Brook, a bit of criticism from Eddie Hearn about the undercard, considering it was a pay-per-view card. What did you think of the undercard?
Undercard was alright. I've been to many shows. Eddie's put them on as well. Many other promoters have put them on where you're focused on the main bill. Let's not deflect. The whole show. The show with the build-up to the show was about Brook Khan. So we can argue about the little nooks and crannies. You look at the bigger picture. It was about Brook Khan, and the numbers I'm hearing are mad. People talking about the fight even now is mad. So I look on the negatives. Surround yourself by positivity. Don't get dragged into that foolishness. Again, that's not my argument. That's not my conversation.
Okay, moving on. We saw Dillian Whyte sign his contract to fight Tyson Fury. We expect the press conference next week. So he left it till about 1 a.m, which is about 4 hours before the deadline. It's just a bit of mind games there from Dillian. Yeah,
and Dillian's been completely quiet about it, and I'm just assuming, I don't know anything. I'm assuming Dillian's thinking, I'm not going to do anything to promote this fight, because if I'm not happy about what I've got paid, I'm not saying he is nor isn't. I'm going to just turn up and fight because you've got to fight me. I'm not going to help you sell this at all. I'm going to be quiet. I'm just going to train for you. So Dillian's silence has got people talking. Never mind the things he's said and done, because he's taking this very, very serious. The fight's on. The fight's happening now. 23rd of June, Wembley.
April.
Sorry. So the fight's now on. So to me, I'm looking forward to that fight. And again, I'll watch that fight. I'll be so excited about that fight. I'm quite sure the card will be interesting too. But that's a fight I'm looking forward to. I think Tyson Fury sells a fight. Tyson Fury can back up his balls. Tyson Fury does everything asked of him, and he's proved he can. So I'm just looking forward to the event.
You've seen that Vitaly Klitschko and Alexander Usyk are helping in the battle against Russia.
Yeah, I do, and you know what? This is one thing Brendan said. You keep personal is sex, politics, and religion, and it's sad what you're seeing, especially in this day and age. Get the full picture. Don't be swayed by what the media says or doesn't say. Use common sense. Look at what's happening. The likes of Vitaly and the likes of Usyk, being proud Ukrainians and defending their home. Good on for them. Or good on them.
Just to close off, on to tomorrow night here in Glasgow. Should, and I say should, Josh Taylor come through, because Jack Gattrell looked very fired up, confident, has been all week about dethroning Josh. But should Josh come through, what is it you want next for Josh? A move to welterweight perhaps against Terence Crawford? Yeah?
Definitely. Listen, Josh, look at his achievements. I think the only person that's in that position is Canelo Alvarez. So why is Josh not getting that kind of attention, that spotlight, that dough? So I think for him to move up and fight somebody, and like Terence Crawford, Spence, whoever, that's when he catapults himself into stardom. He becomes a star. Now the 30 strong team from. I'm going to come down. That's 30 strong team, top rank team have come out to watch him, to promote him, to push him. They believe in Josh Taylor. They believe in what he's capable of doing, but they also believe in the potential of what can come. And you've got to remember what Josh Taylor has done, what he's achieved. He's probably it's ignored. People don't realise his achievements. I think he looked tight at the weight. Again, I think he's got to get through Saturday night. because then get through that, then he can talk about moving to 147. He makes 140, and yes, he can make it. As I said, I could get you down to 140. You might not be able to tie your shoelaces. In boxing, you've got to be able to perform it to the best of your ability at the weight. And Josh is that fighter where, you know what, he fights angry. He's aggressive. He can box as well as fight. And I want him to capitalise on the successes he's had. He's only had 18 fights. Look what he's achieved. Look at the belts he's collected. Look at what he's done. So there's something special about him.
Johnny Nelson, we look forward to a great night here in Glasgow. I heard that you're live on Sky tomorrow with a kilt on.
How did you find out?
Ed Robinson told me, didn't he?
Kilt. You know what they wear under the kilt? Nothing. That's right. Big chilly man.